Hey everyone, well in this video I've got my 362 XP Special on the workbench here. In a video or two back here I had pulled it off the shelf and took it out to do some firewood cutting, and I was talking about how I remembered I had what I figured was an ignition coil problem from when I first got this saw going. It always keeps rev limiting itself out at a way lower RPM than it should be. Now, it keeps acting like it was an ignition issue. I don't believe it was a carb issue. I went ahead and pulled this blue limited coil off of it, and one of you viewers had actually asked me or mentioned in the comments that if I knew if it was a 13,000 limited coil or not, and yes it is. It's stamped on here. So technically this saw should rev out better than it was, but I would say it was probably only getting in the little over 10,000 range, so something is off. So either it's the wrong coil or something is wrong with that coil that they put on here. But anyways, I went ahead and replaced it with a black unlimited coil, and it was from a 362 XP Special. We're going to find out here. Get on with it here. I'm going to start putting it back together. I'm going to go ahead and put the air shroud back on. I went ahead here off camera and I already checked my kill switch wire and the ignition wire kill switch here. Unless there's something wrong in the kill switch itself, that's a possibility. You never know, but we're going to find out here shortly. So we're just going to get this back together. I already got the coil gapped and set for air gap, that is. Just a good old common business card. Average thickness, nothing too thin, nothing too thick, just what you would call your, if you got a stack of old business cards, go ahead and grab one, and you can use that for air gap on them. I've always done that and it always works fine. So got that set already, so go ahead and plug in my kill switch wire here onto the coil, and then tuck it into the little keeper here. That way we're not rubbing up on anything, getting caught anywhere. You don't want that happening. At this point, I don't know. I'm hoping that's all it is the coil. Who knows? I'm just making sure they got a little kind of a groove here that fits this wire just perfect here in the air shroud here. So just making sure that that's clipped in right. I'm going to go ahead and get my coil wire and its keeper and get it plugged in where it's supposed to be, like so. There we go. Go ahead and get this saw back together. Now, I'm not going to swap the spark plug out until I've got it back up and running again. I had put a brand new spark plug in here. That I remember doing, when recalling what I was doing when I checked it here. It is a brand new plug. I had swapped 2 or 3 different spark plugs out, because sometimes they can do that to you too. They can create a runnability issue. You never know. So all kinds of things that can throw a guy for a loop. You never can tell. So there we go. Go ahead and get the top cover back on here where it's supposed to be. Like I say, I don't know if I remember mentioning it here, but I went ahead and already checked my throttle travel, and it fully when the trigger isn't even fully squeezed all the way, it's already bottomed out, so the butterfly is wide open on the carb. That can be sometimes an issue on some of these 362, 365, 372, 371 saws. They had the throttle cable, they don't have a push rod, so sometimes those cables will stretch or get deformed somehow, and you won't get full throttle travel or full pull on the cable, so to speak. That can happen. That can present itself as something like that too, but that's not the case here. We got full throttle. Choke isn't hanging up anywhere. Nothing loose there. Nothing. The choke flap isn't. The choke isn't part of the problem. It's not acting up that way or anything like that. Everything is functioning like it should be in that regard. Air filter isn't dirty, just a little bit of light dust on it, more from on my bench here, but so we're going to go ahead and put this all back together. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull the spark plug and check for fire, make sure this coil does. I should have did that before putting the cover on, eh? Spark plug is actually not on the camera. It'll probably look black, but it's a nice dark brown, so actually a tad on the rich side, so I know I'm safe. I don't have to worry about running too lean. So let's see here. But yeah, it won't show on camera, of course, but I can see here. Got a nice blue long spark on the spark plug, so this coil does work like it's supposed to. I'm gonna try running it with this plug that I have here, and if it's still gargling and rev limiting out, then I'll go ahead and try a different spark plug, a different brand actually. I'm running an NGK BP MR7A plug like you're supposed to in these saws, but I might go ahead and try a Champion plug that I have. I know, not the greatest, but sometimes you do what you got to do, or try a different NGK plug even. So there we go. Saw is buttoned back up, and I'm gonna take it outside, and it's already dark outside, so I won't be able to get this on camera here this evening. But I will bring it back in the shop and do a test fire here for you on camera here when, if this resolves itself. If not, then we're going to have to dig a little further into this, and this video might be a multi-part until I figure out what's going on with this saw. It was the ignition coil on this thing all along. This stupid coil is just the wrong coil, plain and simple. Took it outside, got it warmed up, and then got her cleared out. And let me tell you, this thing howls like a scalded cat now. Boy oh boy, talk about a difference. Went ahead and retuned the carb a bit. Now I can tell where it 4-strokes to, and where it you can bring it up to where it just tickling the edge of it, so to speak. So yeah, totally different saw. Probably gained at least 2,500 RPM or 3,000 RPM. Here, I'll fire it up. Runs good now. Hang on, I'll adjust the camera a bit here. Don't know if that does anything on camera or not, but anyways, next time you see the saw, we're going to have it out once again and in some wood. I got to do some cutting here. The weather's warmed up. It's been cold for a few days here again. I've been laid up here waiting for the weather to break, and we're supposed to have a few days of really nice warm weather here, so this time totally different. Make limbing a hell of a lot easier now this thing revs out like it should. Not going to scream it to the moon. I do know the limits on saws, but it is definitely running like it should. That's what it was missing all along, was this stupid coil. These blue coils are sometimes used in different applications and different saws. It may not have been for even a 365, 372. This coil could be from a 390, which would have probably the magnets at a different place on the flywheel than this saw, so that would maybe explain why it's running a little bit funky too. Or could possibly even be from a rail cutter saw or a concrete construction cutter saw, something like that. Although those usually are a bright lime green, but not always. I've been told that sometimes they have the blue limited coils on them as well. So don't know what somebody stuck on here or what dealer had ordered for this saw originally, but obviously this is not the right coil for these saws. So not necessarily there's anything wrong with this coil, it's just not the right coil for this particular saw or any of those 365, 372, 362 XP specials. So like I say, the coil that I did get for this saw did come off of a 362 XP special, so it had the right RPM range obviously, and totally different saw now. Very pleased with it, how it's running so far. We'll see when I put it in the wood, but I bet it's just how it's woken up already, just free spinning, whatever. I can imagine in the wood it's going to make a world of difference. It's not going to be gargling and cutting out, and I'm sure my spark plug is probably going to burn a little cleaner too. It was, like I say, a little on the dark side, kind of rich, because it was almost on the verge of fouling up. So not flooded out black, but pretty heavy, you know, brown residue on it. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. Like I say, I've adjusted the carb, but I'll see once I get it in the wood and do some more cutting. But anyways, I guess we're going to call this, and just like to say thanks everybody for stopping by and checking out another one of my videos. And we'll see you all on the next one. Booyah.